Welcome to another episode of Topic Prompt. My name is Jean Altidore, and tonight I will be talking about consent. The first question I want to answer about consent is, does there need to be a verbal yes for consent to have sexual relations? Why or why not? And to answer that question, I'm gonna say yes. Sometimes you need a verbal yes, and no, sometimes you don't need a verbal yes. Because we all know when you are into a romantic relationship with your partner, there is that moment when you feel like you want to have sex. And a simple gesture, a simple look can be a consent. So in that situation, a verbal yes is not required. However, another situation where someone is looking for a sex friend and for the first time they are going to engage into sex, one cannot make the assumption that the partner is completely agree with everything. So in that situation, one would avoid a lot of troubles by getting a verbal yes from that partner. So as I said, it depends. It can be yes, it can be no. It all depends on the situation. Now the next question I want to move to is, if a woman is tipsy, which means a little bit drunk, and the male is fine, can the female give consent to engage in sexual relations? And again, I'm gonna say yes and no. It's a yes in a situation where you are with your lady and your lady is a little bit under the influence of alcohol and you feel like you want to have sex. It's your lady, it's your girl, it's your woman. And then you ask her and she's agree. It's okay, since we used to it, we used to have sex. But in another situation where a man put a woman under the influence of alcohol in order to influence that lady's decision to have sex with them, in that case, I would even say that is a case of rape. So again, it depends. It can be yes and it can be no. Next question again is, if a woman is drunk and the male is fine, can the female give consent to engage in sexual relations? To me, that's a no. There is no other answer than a no. Sometimes it is important to put your feelings aside and take care of your lady. If your lady is drunk, that means that lady, that woman is completely under the influence of alcohol. It is time for you to put your feelings aside and take good care of your lady instead of engaging into sexual relations. That is my thought about that question. Next question now is, what if both men and women are drunk? Could the man ever be considered as a rapist? This question is very interesting. Both of them, they are under the influence of alcohol. They don't really have control of what they're doing, because what is influencing their judgment, their decisions, is the alcohol. In that situation, to me, it would all depend again what was happening in that guy's mind before he even got drunk. And just like the previous example I took, let's say a man who intentionally take a lady into a bar or a place, a private place, and get the lady drunk, and then he got drunk in order to have sex with that lady. In that situation, I would say that again is a case of rape. But if a man is with his woman and both of them, they were drinking, or something that happened unintentionally, in that situation, I wouldn't say that the man is a rapist, because we all know when one is under the influence of alcohol, one do a lot of stupid stuff. So again, as I said at the beginning, it all depends. Next question now is the woman ever responsible for her actions while intoxicated? Yes, a lot of times. For example, they say don't drink and drive, or don't be under the influence of drugs and be driving. In countries like the US, where the Constitution is really effective, where laws are respected, if they caught a woman drunk, there is a big chance that the woman will have to take responsibility for it while that lady was driving. Or let's say a case where a woman got drunk and then she got pregnant. If not with abortion, she will have to take responsibility for that baby. She's gonna have to carry the baby until the baby is born and all the other processes. So in that situation, one can say that, yeah, the lady partly can take responsibility for that action. But in other situation, no, it can be a no. Because sometimes when ladies, they got drunk and then something happened, if they know with who that happened, they might sue that person in justice. And most of the time, the guy or whoever that person is they sue in justice might be the one who end up taking responsibility for everything that the lady has done, or everything that happened to the lady. And now the last question I want to answer is, who are people more likely to believe? The person saying they were sexually assaulted, or the person being accused of sexual assault, and why? I remember we had that situation in Haiti where there was a young girl who was crying that she got raped. And everyone was curious. Everyone came to see what's going on, what happened. They were asking questions. And all of a sudden, something caught everyone's attention. The lady was nicely dressed. And then they started asking questions. How can you get raped? And then your dress is so nice. When did that happen? Just a few minutes ago. Okay, so that person, of course, had your consent. Look at you. Look at how pretty you are. And stuff like that. So to answer this question, it depends. Most of the time when people get assaulted or get raped, that got everyone's attention. They want to know what happened. They know it's bad. They know it's bad. They want to take action. They want to take a decision. They want to judge it and take a final decision. But lack of evidence sometimes make it hard for the person who get raped or get assaulted to get justice or to be believed. So, in situation like that, again, it depends, because lack of evidence might make it hard for other people to believe the person who got assaulted. It was Jean Altidore talking about consent, answering some very interesting questions about consent. That was my pleasure. Thank you.